morning, wonderful people. You're welcome to Memsis TV, and it's a new segment on our program, Politics and I remain your humble host, Empress Chidi Joseph. Guess what? We'll be asking people an intelligent question here today. Do you want to know what our question is? Let's go. The country we meet ourselves today seems to be an irony. You get, we've been battling COVID-19 for more than 4 months in this country. They've been locked down, they've been closure of schools and mosques, churches and other things. And this same country, some states like Edo State and Ondo State are planning to hold election. One will be held on the 19th of September, the other one October. Do you think it's normal? Do you think it's the main thing the government should focus on? I don't, just say your mind.
Yeah, issue of election in Edo and Ondo, we cannot, because of COVID-19, to undermine our constitutional right. Election is a constitutional situation. Once the time have reached and you did not conduct the election, you know, it will create a problem in the constitution. That is the reason that they want to conduct the election.
Okay, are we not supposed to be talking about safety of the citizen first?
The safety, that one is in the hand of political gladiators, in the sense that the mode of campaign, they should restrict the mode of campaign. Instead of people to gather, they can campaign online. They can limit the people that attend the campaign. Like there is a law in Edo the other time when the primary election, they want to conduct the primary election. The governor says that he don't want people to gather more than 20. But now what we are seeing in Edo, even when the Governor Baseki went to Oba of Ibn Palace, we know what happened there. We know how many people that gathered there. If it is true that we are ready to fight COVID-19, such situation should not to be happen. Even the sitting governor is even the one that is undermine the protocols of COVID-19. If you as a sitting governor, is what you did that people will emulate you. You are going for campaign, carrying millions of people, thousands of people in the name of election. At the end, the election that you know that you are not even going to win it, because the governor is a failure. He has failed woefully in all ramifications. I'm not from Edo, I'm from Kogi State. But what I want to tell you, in this election, I blame President Muhammadu Buhari. Reason why I blame him is that during the Olusegun Obasanjo, former president, I was in my state voting for election. We did not conclude the election. There in Lokoja and Abuja announced the winner. Nothing happened. Now that President Muhammadu Buhari become the president, he is giving hand to those criminal elements, so-called PDP, that they are winning election in other states, which is uncalled for. I want you to do all what he can do. Edo must return back to APC.
Okay. I'm so happy you talked about what the incumbent governor did, how he was unable to control the crowd when he was doing his campaign. Now, don't you think there will be a hike in the numbers of COVID-19 cases in those states the election will be held? Don't you think
you are not supposed to even ask that question, in the sense that as their campaign, is there any social distance there? People are jamming together, people are hugging together, people are holding themselves together. How do you think that the COVID-19 will not hike there? And if we have, who's supposed to put law in situation? Is it not a sitting governor? Once you people are, is even the first person that is command the crowd. What do you think that other people will do?
Okay.
So election must go on.
In fact, that is Nigeria for you. If it's in other countries, I'm very sure that this the election you are talking about will be postponed, because this pandemic, if you check the nature and how we have been ravaging so many places, even our country is even the worst. There is nobody that will have the time or whatever to fix anything election. Talk less than 2 states, not even 1. Then coming to the election proper, you are talking. There's 2 states. Everything is being politicized. So you are talking of Ondo and Edo State. The one of Edo, you see what have been happening. The governor just decamped a few days ago, and you see what politicking is all about. The person that even appointed him, being a godfather, is now claiming that he made made a mistake in appointing a whole governor just because he defected. So now the one of Ondo, see the governor, the Akeredolu, you can see the deputy, he just defected, they had a problem. The COVID you are even talking of, the governor was, Akeredolu I'm talking of, was even tested positive because of the politics that Nigeria is into, because of the nature of our politics. Within a twinkle of an eye, the governor now became negative again without going to an isolation center. So the thing is very, very unfortunate. It's just as if they call themselves the airline, but I don't know what they are doing. As if everything is just, they sweep everything under the carpet because of money. So the issue of COVID-19, so many people believe it's even a fake. It's even fake. Like I'm suspecting whether there's, I'm telling you, but you compare it to outside country, you see how they are handling it. They are citizens bringing palliative and so on and so forth. So I don't know what we are doing. A fortnight ago, the minister of finance, something Zainab Ahmed, he told us that everybody received the palliative, which I know as a Nigerian I was struggling to see if a bank account can be used. I didn't get any cover. They're saying that every Nigerian got a palliative. It's as if they are playing with our intelligence, to be honest with you. So the issue of COVID-19 in the country, they have mismanaged it. They are just interested in the money to put it in their coffers and in their pockets. That's exactly what they are doing.
For me, that is why where we are all confused and surprised what is going on in this our country. Because if government is telling us the truth, they couldn't have fixed the election. Because that election that is only for themselves. We have come to realize that our leaders is only thinking for their own interest, not the people's interest, not the citizens' interest. But how can you tell us that COVID-19 is ravaging the country? You go ahead and maybe fixing the election. You don't open churches, you don't open school. Even the school that they are about to open is only for SS graduate students. So that election is not going to be the same crowded election we will normally have. Similar to school that you don't want to open and churches don't want to open. Secondly, you have tell people to take care of themselves, take responsibility. Then what you should do is those procedures they ask us people to take. They make sure they take it. Cover your nose mask, sanitize your hand. Then make sure that you keep social distancing in school so that the children will go into school and study. Because when they were students in their own times. Why you don't read for more than 1 year or 6 months? Your brain will be dull. And so it's not good.
Actually, for me, I think they should be suspending the election for now because of the COVID-19 in the country. To me, it's not hygiene for the election to go on this process for now, because if they want to go ahead, there's a thing that they need to put in place to make sure the election go properly.
No, the COVID-19 has been a serious virus that is affecting the whole nation now, and because of that, a lot of now church, schools are locked down now, and like you say, like 2 states now are planning for their election. Now take for reason that though the country they are trying to lead that time, but they have to put more effort. They have given a chance of people coming out doing their daily activities. That is true, to observe the precaution of the COVID-19. But at the same time, when you tackle this thing in aspect of physical, you also tackle it as aspect of spiritual. Because I believe so much that the spiritual control the physical. Because if they are given a chance of the churches to start praying, because I know the church has been praying, but there is nothing much coming together. As the Bible says, do not forsake the gathering of the brethren, coming and be praying together. And God will hear our prayer. Staying at home, avoid the church not to open, not to do their activity normal. To me, it's not that much wise. To me, it's not that much work. So if they can give church a chance to come and let church be open and things be, I believe with God, all things are possible. Human being as specific has failed. Government has failed us. Even China and the people we depend on has failed us. But God has never failed. So let's go back to God and see what God will do for us. Concerning the state that you are talking about on their election, to me, there is another way they can do their election. That the way they can do it, and since they can, we are in the lockdown and people are planning for their election for oncoming governor or whatever, they are locked down. I don't know how possible they are planning to do it, but if a way that will provide every necessary thing they needed to make sure this election is successful, to me, I say it's okay.
If you, let's assume you're the president, what would you have done, or what would you advise when it comes to this pandemic and the current situation in Edo State and Ondo State?
If I were to be the president, compare this our country to United States. Trump is the president of the United States. You see how they were able to, there's a company that is producing one drug that can take care of this COVID-19. They almost went and bought drugs that can last for more than 6 months. That is to show that the president is interested in the citizenry, which is ruling. So for our president, they are just sitting down in Abuja, sharing their money while the citizens are suffering, dying in abject poverty. Check Nigeria has already been said to be the poverty capital of the world, and the thing continues. Compared to the inflation rate in the country today, you see that everything continues to go down. So I don't know if I were to be the president, as far as this COVID-19 is concerned, I will make sure, just like I know we have had a lockdown the whole of the country and the thing has stepped down a little. If I were to be, I would say my interest will be how to make sure that we have a herbalist. So many people have even said that they have cure for this, but nobody is ready to see whether it's true or not. So if I were to be the president, honestly speaking, number one is food. I will make sure that Nigerians have food to eat. Individually, we know who we are. Secondly, this pandemic that I know that has been ravaging everywhere, we make sure that we find a cure for it, at least to see that so many people are not dying as they are dying this every day. You look at the pages of the newspaper, you see many hundreds of people are dying. Most of them say we don't know, because only the official figure we are hearing, other ones that are dying, we are not aware of it. So it's really unfortunate.
What I would have done since the COVID-19 this year, then we have placed people, tell people what to do. Sanitize, cover, have your nose mask, sanitize your hands. Then I would have leave it to that level. Then since I have opened this markets and we have seen the effect on people, since we are Africans, we are not Europeans. It doesn't have the effect they had in American or Europeans. It's not the effect they had in African people. So there's a very big difference.
What I will do is I will make sure that the people that are handling it are telling me the truth. Because one man said something about school to resume. He said his university will not resume because he said if NCDC is telling us the truth, the number are increasing, and you are opening school. Why? You want to open the school and number is increasing. If NCDC is telling us the truth, why number is 40-something thousand now, and you want to open school? So what will happen? That more people will be infected. So that is the problem.
If I'm the president to be, what will I advise concerning the election now? How we set out the committee, the heads, to make sure that everybody, before you are coming to cast your vote, the necessary washing, sanitizing your hand and the running water, all those things are there. And make sure that if you are coming to cast your vote, you have your face mask, because you are not coming to cast your vote with talking. You just comprehend there and you go back to your home. So all those things, when you put them in order, I think
Can you guess the name of the person in your 200 naira note and win that 200 naira for yourself?
This one is a
just buy a recharge card for yourself with that 200. Guess the name of that person and buy the recharge card.
I remember one Mutala Muhammad.
So what?
No, Nigeria did not impress somebody that you put eye in all those things.
Shay, help us.
Everybody struggle to survive. So how can I see 20 naira? I go see who is on.
I mean 200 naira.
200 naira. I did not even put eye on them.
This is a very tactical question. I think I know 500 naira note is a Zikiwe. The one of 200 naira, I guess it's a Wolowo. I'm guessing, I'm not so sure, but those things are.
Wow, this you know, so we are using.
We are Nigerians and we should know our country well.
Is it not Tafa Belewa?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
One more try. Just one more try.
200 naira note, 200 naira note. I know 500 naira. I know 100 naira. For 200 naira.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Murtala Mohammed. That's my finance.
Yes. 200 and notes. Should be Nancy Azukwe.
200 naira.
200 naira. Nice. Right, this is solid good stuff. No idea for now.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay guys, we've come to the end of the program today and I remain your humble host, Prince Chidi Joseph. Keep watching and keep subscribing to Memsis TV. I'll be back same time, same channel next week. I'm signing out. Bye.